Hi, my name is Katie, and this is my Silas. And when Silas was born and I knew that he was going to have special needs, somebody shared this story with me, and I would like to share it with you. It's called Welcome to Holland. When you're going to have a baby, it's like planning a fabulous vacation trip to Italy. You buy a bunch of guidebooks and you make your wonderful plans. The Colosseum, Michelangelo David, the gondolas in Venice. You may learn some handy phrases in Italian, and it's all very exciting. After months of eager anticipation, the day finally arrives. You pack your bags and off you go. Several hours later, the plane lands. The stewardess comes in and says, "Welcome to Holland." Holland, you say? What do you mean, Holland? I signed up for Italy. I'm supposed to be in Italy, and all my life I've dreamed of going to Italy. But there's a change in the flight plan. You've landed in Holland, and you must stay there. The important thing is that they haven't taken you to a horrible, disgusting, filthy place full of pestilence, famine, and disease. It's just a different place. So you must go out and buy new guidebooks, and you must learn a whole new language, and you will meet a whole new group of people you would have never met. It's a different place. It's slower paced than Italy, less flashy than Italy, but after you've been there for a while and you catch your breath, you look around and you begin to notice that Holland has windmills, and Holland has tulips, and Holland even has Rembrandts. But everyone you know is busy coming and going from Italy, and for the rest of your life you will say, yes, that's where I was supposed to go. That's where I had planned. But if you spend your life mourning the fact that you didn't get to Italy, you may never be free to enjoy the very special, the very lovely things about Holland.
Since 1995, Friends of Tennessee's Babies with Special Needs has worked to enhance the potential of infants and young children with disabilities by offering support to their families and the early intervention professionals who serve them. The information presented today will help prepare volunteers to work more effectively as they interact with children with special needs and their families.
Hi there, I'm Lily, and this is my mom Katie and my brother Silas. Thanks for caring enough to learn about the best way to connect and care for my brother Silas and other children with special needs. When we know that you're prepared, my family feels a whole lot better knowing that he's in great hands.
Disability is defined as a physical or mental condition that limits a person's movements, senses, or activities. In the United States, 14% of children and 26% of adults have a disability. Since we meet children with special needs at daycare, church, the grocery store, the ballpark, and everywhere in our community, here are some important things to consider when interacting with someone with a disability. Emphasize the person before the disability. Saying there is a child who is blind in my son's daycare instead of there is a blind child in my son's daycare recognizes the child first. How an older person with a disability chooses to identify is up to them. So when in doubt, just ask. Intentionally connect with the child with special needs. Parents simply want their child to be valued and engaged in their world. Making a point to compliment the child's new shoes, their hair, or their Superman shirt lets the child and their parents know that you see them. Value all children. People experience and interact with the world around them in many different ways. Some children with special needs have a brain that works different from the average neurotypical person, which can impact sociability, learning, attention, and mood. This is known as neurodiversity. Oftentimes, these children are misunderstood or not appreciated. All children should be respected and openly welcomed and included in our community. Your first encounter with a child with special needs and his or her family may feel awkward, leaving you unsure of what to say or how to interact. Every parent wants their child to be valued as a person, not looked down upon or pitied. They want you to learn about who their child is and accept them for who they are. It's okay to ask, what makes your child unique or special? What makes them smile? The worst thing you can do is avoid or pretend that they do not exist. Show empathy and respect. Remember, you could have an accident and become physically or cognitively changed. If you needed help, how would you want to be treated? If you depended on someone else to help you function throughout your day, what are some things you would want them to do? Effective communication. When interacting with young children with special needs, it's important to use effective communication. This begins by learning how the child communicates and receives communication. Methods may include speech, cues, pictures, gestures, and sign language. As you communicate, consider the following strategies. Get on the child's physical level. Use eye contact, an interesting voice, and facial expressions. Wait for a response. When communicating, make sure to give them time to respond. If they have limited communication skills, the response might be subtle, like an eyebrow lift or a smile. Let's watch a mother interacting with her child and notice the communication strategies that she uses.
You're gonna put someone in? Look, where's the door? You say knock, knock, knock. Ready? Ah, airplane, airplane. Ah, way up high. Ooh, you gonna open it?
Sensory needs. Be sensitive to a child's sensory needs. Read body cues. Watch for overstimulation, crying, hitting, yelling, increased hyperactivity. Give the child a sensory break if they are showing signs of distress. You can try adjusting the lights, reducing the noise level, changing location, or finding a quiet activity. Parents would also be happy to share specific strategies with you that are effective and preferred by their child with sensory sensitivities. Structure the environment. Adapting the child's environment can go a long way in supporting learning. Use recommended seating. Make sure chairs are the correct height. Use appropriate lighting. Control noise. Provide appropriate toys. And make sure there's an opportunity for the child to make toy or book choices. Children love for you to play with them. Find opportunities to join in and participate in their play. Positioning. Positioning helps include a child in activities and provides safety. Ask the parent for the child's preferred position. They will be glad to demonstrate for you. Changing a child's position periodically can give different perspectives of their environment. When young children don't want to stop an activity or have to wait for the next activity to start, they often act out. To lessen their frustration and give them more control of the situation, consider a transition activity. Begin by giving a 5-minute notice to the child before changing that activity. Be sure to use signals, gestures, and pictures to help the child understand what will happen next. Transition activities include holding a ball before going to the gym, holding a friend's hand, carrying a lovey or comfort item, or singing a song as you move to the next activity.
Oh, he's so soft. You can give him hugs. Oh, hugs.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've learned some good tips and strategies on how to best interact with children with special needs and their families. We look forward to meeting you as volunteers with Friends of Tennessee Babies with Special Needs.
For more information, please visit us at www.helpingbabies.org.